Hello and welcome to Thehayteamtv. So this morning we're starting with the gals going out to new paddock. Apart from the bottom half, I think you can just see the fence post there. So the bottom half of this field is going for second cut, which is growing alright. It's doing alright. How much second cut we're going to get, we don't know yet. That is a lottery, but the girls are heading back out. I've got to go let the others out. So, other ladies suddenly realise the others have gone and shooting on out. So letting the cows out, feeding the cows takes about 10-15 minutes our morning, just in case anyone ever wondered. But now, back to our mainstream thing. HRS is just loaded. Got a part load, lads? Got a part load, lads? Oh, yeah. Someone hasn't ordered a full load, and it's also a bigger load than we can get on the truck and trailer. So, fast trash will go out with 6 pallets, which is a bit annoying, but it's not that far. Sun's out briefly, isn't it?
Yeah, not very long, mind.
Yeah, don't want to stay with us. It's being a bit aggravating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not settled, is it?
No.
Because they said this week was meant to be settled, and now it's not.
But next week is.
I'm not here next week.
But it's a case of the weather forecasters always say next week.
Yeah, but it's
Same when it's dry though. It's like rain's always next week.
Yeah.
It's like we're all little fish on a great big hook, or trying to bite, aren't we?
Yeah,
Trying to bite, or a better way of putting it.
I don't know really. They're definitely trying to catch us all the time, aren't they?
Now Adam is just going to sort his load for when he gets back later on, which is a small load. Charlie and I are putting haylage through the olfactory, but we have now finally got a bit of stuff that is piling up, which is like a miracle. How long this lasts? Well, who knows? There is a ton of orders which are waiting to be delivered, and unfortunately I can't be everywhere. So, long may it all continue if we can keep up. So it's that busy, there's 3 more bits of loading apparatus, 2 telehandlers and forklifts. Basically full tilt loading. Again, Ad's going out on a second delivery today. Charlie's going out on his 3rd or 4th. I'm in here baling away with my other half the telehandler, loading bale. So it is pretty all go, to be honest. And it doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. So already I've made 6 or 7 pallets this morning, and I think 14 are sold. So I've got a way to go to keep up with demand. Now I've just moved trailers around because it's in the way for loading and fast track in a minute. I've also got to go get load bales. I need to put the trailer on the back of my not fast track, my telehandler. Now also, there's a horse box in the yard, which is using the pit to basically refit and fix underneath, which is a bit rotted out on the chassis and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all go here. Unfortunately, we are already having to take hay out of the barns go for this shed first because I still haven't fixed the damn roof. And using the MX bale grab because the doors are tight and we can do little tricks like this in order to get the bales out of the shed. In a bit when I get back, I'll do a bit of my thoughts on the grab. So you bear with me whilst I get these out the shed. Been seeing across social media that loads of you are still able to harvest. Devon's been wet again, very wet. Quite honestly, biblical amounts of rain, quite often. Some people have cut and been caught out by the weather, which freaking sucks for everyone. We've all been in that boat. And we're eager, really eager to get cut again. But there's promise of sunshine every week, but it's always a week away. Those who went to the Oakhampton show, I hope you enjoyed it. Apologies we couldn't be there, we were just too busy. Now I'll go up super high, so I'm going to take out some pork cart whilst I whip these over to the other little yard where I've parked the trailer. So the MX tower grab. It's the end of the day, so I've actually got time to do this. It is pretty phenomenal. I'm absolutely loving it. So I've said in videos that I would kind of explain why we chose to get this. Now, for years I've used spikes. I've never had a problem with spikes, but we keep putting bales up higher and the bales are getting bigger. At the beginning of this year, I had a round bale come off of my spikes and come down the cab. So in which I thought, it's too risky doing this anymore. And the reason is because we have to go with the spikes, go all the way up to the top of the bale, stab down through, rock them back, and unless you're dead square to the stack, it's not necessarily going to get both bales are going to come off dead level. Quite often you get one that will be slightly lower than the other one, and with the one that was lower than the other one, it caught the bale underneath as I went backwards, popped off the spike, came down, landed in the cab, which didn't do massive damage, but with everyone else, Charlie, Adam, Dad, anyone going to do these sort of things now, my old man always uses, or Big Boss Man uses a dung grab most of the time, so he's always got full control. For this telehandler, we don't have a dung grab. We have a bucket grab, but that ain't going to work. So we went for one of these. Also with this, when loading, we can load square bales with it, we can load round bales with it in here as well. So it's doing both jobs. We may, in the future, think about possibly stacking round back in towers again, but what we might do is take them in twos, let them breathe for a while before putting them into stacks like 3, 4, 5 high, and just do things a bit differently, mostly just to utilise space, okay? Which obviously that would be handy for. Also, the barn doors to all our old cattle sheds, which we store hay in, as you all know, are literally 11'6" wide. And when bales are going in 6'3", you can imagine the pain in the ass it is to get them through the spikes. In the videos before, I managed to get the spikes in and sort of go in at an angle that you can get the right hand side bale hook round the first post. So you sort of curve them in, if that makes sense. It worked, and I didn't break anything. So, you know, it worked. Now, the MX squeezy grab that I've got for rat bales is built like an absolute tank. This one, oh, there were plastic caps on this MX, if you're watching. Don't bother put them on anymore because they just pop straight off in, you know, 2.5 seconds. I think there were 4 on and all 4 have gone. Tubing box, it is heavy, it is fairly heavy duty, but how this is going to cope with 6'3" rounds all the time, don't know. That's going to be a wait and see time thing. Also, another reason why we got this is it does squares as well, so we can handle squares. So when lorries coming in, everything is starting to get a little bit safer, because even with spikes, usually most lorries coming in get unloaded with the dung grab. With spikes, you know, we know of too many stories of accidents happen. Well, at least with this, if you've got a grip, you should be limiting the chance of any accident happening. But other than that, I'm well chuffed with it. It is a strong bit of kit. I am loving it. Loading trailers is actually easier because you can load from one side, you get your 2 round bales sort of squared up like early doors. As you put on the trailer, they're dead square, and then obviously you can work with the side of the trailer and get it nice and square. The only problem is our trailers could do with being bigger now because we are making bigger bales. Now also, MX, for the square bales, you have a pin up there that you can change it so these can come back out further, so you can line things up better. Other than that, oh, and it's part of the manual range, so same range as our squeezer grab. But these grabs just seem to be fantastic for the bigger bales. We're obviously having to cater for big bales to make things easier for us, and it is working so far. But that's the end of this video. Sorry it's all been a little bit here and there, and sorry it's late. We have been pushed so hard this week on catching up on things that I've just struggled to find time. Really struggled to find time. But hopefully we'll resume next week. Adam's on holiday next week, so you unfortunately all going to be completely stuck with me. I feel sorry for you too. But if you haven't yet done so, please hit the subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up would be most appreciated. You can get merch by contacting one of us, because at the moment eBay isn't like complete synced. And on top of that, if you want to find any more of us, you can find us on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. And occasionally I put us on TikTok. But until next time, see you next one. Cheers.